mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch and you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out for this, I never switch, I never switch.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Oakland Raiders. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? Drop deep, drop deep. Ready?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf. You draw forfeit.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Okay, top left, top left. Go. Let's go.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Here we go. 10 Lobo. Here we go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the Raiders' 47-yard line.
Ready, ready. 60 or.
Coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
2nd and 9 now. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Protein spill.
Check hot.
Check go.
They're running the jet sweep here to Parker. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Check three.
Topper.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator.
Let's go, B. Big series right here. We gotta step it up.
5.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Now.
They'll set up to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
They'll set up a throw. He may try and run for this. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
Let's go.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
What now?
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see the runs to the perimeter, when we see...
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, right 52.
Carr. he finds a man with a crossing route. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Don't be mad.
Brings up second and 12 at the Dolphins' 45-yard line.
Down. 50, Mike. 180. Come on. 180. We're good. Keep 180. Later one. 50's the mark. 50's the mark.
On second and 12, Carr. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Watch the pass. Hey, 734.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Watch the pass. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Carr. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
Throwing on first down is Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
No, check that. We got Mike 52.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Hey, wahoo!
Carr now on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out, and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
A really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole
little bit.
thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's going to be a lot of that.
2nd and 10. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now back to throw. And he's got Lockett. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
Ready, 15, line it. 15 line.
53, Mike 50.
5.
Mike 53. 53, Mike.
Get it.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 50 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. Now he's flushed out left. He'll run it. He finds an opening past the 40. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. This is Cohen. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Carr completes it. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Cohen, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
What down? 180. 93. 93. Go.
55's mine, guys. 55.
Here we go.
On first and 10, here's Carr. Leaping, and he makes the grab. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 10-yard line.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
Push him back. Push him.
Raider 8. Kill. Hey, Raider 2.
Bravo.
Throwing now is Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Shotgun now for Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
34 yards there and a first down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Check recon, 132 fighter.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Coming this way. Here we go.
Hey, high 7.
53's mine. Check.
Here's second and 8. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Here we go. 10-2 stop.
59. Now watch one. Switch.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
General West.
This is Breida, and he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Sanders' kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It will give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. Carr now on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Hey, Echo.
Let's go, D. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Bring it.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He's going to loft one, deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Keep playing hard. 3rd and 3. Let's get it.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half.
Hey, we're good.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now Carr, the screen pass here to Cohen. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Slam.
694.
Mike 50. Mike Smith. Watch the back.
Carr to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but now it's third and goal.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They still playing soccer. Hey, Delta.
Throwing on third and long. Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that'll bring them back within 4. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission? Rush coming, and he's taken down. Aaron Donald getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, zoom.
Now Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 50, 808. Yo, Mike 50.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Returnable for Lockett. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here.
Now it's Breida. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On the ready.
53, Mike. Target.
They'll look to throw now on first down. This one into the hands of Burton. 20. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Check 31.
On first down, here's Breida. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Keep it up, guys.
He'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Foster. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Sanders is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. From 6 yards away. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just haven't been able to punch it in until that point. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
the kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
61, matchbox light.
2nd down and inches. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Let's go now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
5.
They'll run here with Balaj. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A big play there for the Dolphins. 49 yards. Well, this game's ripe for the taking, and that run, I think it means he wants to take it.
Not only does he want to take it, he doesn't care what they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball. You can be prepared for him. He's coming at you anyway.
On the jet sweep, here's Grant. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Raiders' 17-yard line.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Mike, we got. Shoot.
6-6, bullet high. Lead river.
Balaj. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Check three. Hey, watch in.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Challenge, 64, weak. Ready?
They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Greystone, travel.
50, 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no.
Here's a run with Balaj. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up fourth.
A 2-yard loss on the play.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the fourth. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 27-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
I got it. 55.
To throw, it's Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4.
Later one.
Hey, orbit.
Mike 50. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take this one.
From the gun, it's Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good run of 6 yards there, gets them closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Down. Wide 85.
You got it, son.
Move it down.
80 weapon.
's the mic, boys. 52. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
On third down, a run with Cohen. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Let's think about this stage of the second half. You're taking the chip shot field goal, right?
Boy, I'd love to be on the headset right now between head coach and play caller because you know it's a heavy conversation right here. Because I'm guaranteed the play caller is like, Coach, I've got this. I've got to play for this one. But the smart play, kick the field goal, take the chip shot, 3 points.
Yeah, tie the game. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Dolphins take over second and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick.
It's a foot race. He's at the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kalen Ballage, 75 yards. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Hatchet, hatchet.
Raider 9.
On play action, it's Carr. And he comes back with one complete. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
52's the mic. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52.
On first down, Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6.
Hey, check my 50. Mike is a 50. Check my 50. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
From the gun, Carr. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Balaj. And an alley to run. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Miami. 84 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Gus Edwards taking it in. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, if there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
6:37.
Carl trying again on 2nd down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now a play fake. Carr. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Aaron Donald. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Play action. Now it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man on the crossing route.
White down. 180. White.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Switch.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Go, go.
On play action. Now Carr. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Aaron Donald in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Bradley Roby on the coverage defensively.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. One final try now for Carr. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And looking at